South Africa is on the brink of a historic transformation. Energy, cities, and industry will never be the same again. In this video, we are going to look at 11 groundbreaking mega projects reshaping South Africa's future. From massive renewable energy expansions to smart urban developments, these projects will power growth, create jobs, and position South Africa as a leader in Africa's next economic boom. If you want to understand how billions in investment are driving this change and what it means for the country and continent, you're in the right place. So, where do we begin? Let's start with number 1. The 25 billion rand transmission grid expansion. At the heart of South Africa's energy ambitions lies a colossal 25 billion rand investment in expanding and modernizing the transmission grid. Think of the grid as the country's electrical highway system. It carries the power generated from stations to homes, businesses, and factories across vast distances. This project, supported by major international players like the World Bank, aims to extend high-voltage transmission lines by roughly 14,500 kilometers. Why is this upgrade so critical? South Africa has committed to integrating nearly 20 gigawatts of renewable energy, mostly from wind and solar, into its power mix by 2030. But renewable energy is different from traditional coal-fired power plants. It fluctuates depending on the sun and wind. The existing grid, designed decades ago primarily for steady coal power, can't efficiently handle these variable flows. Without upgrading, much of the renewable power generated would be wasted or could destabilize the system. Think of it like a highway designed for cars suddenly needing to handle heavy trucks, bikes, and buses all at once. Without expansion and reinforcement, traffic jams and accidents, blackouts and outages become inevitable. This project not only adds new lines, but also boosts transformer capacity and improves grid stability to ensure reliable delivery. The World Bank has provided a $1.5 billion loan, and there's talk of a $500 million credit guarantee to attract further investments. These funds will allow South Africa to build a transmission system that supports the growing influx of clean energy, reduces reliance on aging coal plants, and cuts greenhouse gas emissions. In essence, this grid expansion is the foundation that makes every other renewable energy project viable. Without it, solar farms and wind turbines won't reach the people who need clean power. Speaking of those projects, let's move on to some exciting renewable energy installations already taking shape. Number 2. Impofu Wind Farm Complex. Next, we travel to the Eastern Cape, a region blessed with some of South Africa's strongest and most reliable winds. Here, the Impofu Wind Farm Complex is rising as a flagship of the country's clean energy drive. Construction kicked off in early 2024, and by 2026, the complex will boast 3 turbines, each capable of generating 110 megawatts, for a combined total of 330 megawatts. To put that into perspective, the power generated by Impofu alone could supply electricity to hundreds of thousands of homes across South Africa. The project represents a significant 9 billion rand investment, roughly $480 million, underscoring both the private and public sector's commitment to green energy. Why the Eastern Cape? The region's coastal geography creates consistent wind patterns, making it ideal for wind farms. Harnessing this natural resource helps diversify South Africa's energy sources, which is vital as the country shifts away from its heavy coal dependence. This project also supports South Africa's climate commitments under the Paris Agreement by helping reduce carbon emissions. Plus, it brings employment opportunities and skills development to local communities, demonstrating that renewables can drive not only environmental benefits, but social progress too. But the story doesn't stop with wind. South Africa's future energy grid will be powered by clever combinations of technologies, including hybrid power systems that combine solar, wind, and energy storage. This brings us to one of the most innovative projects underway. Number 3, Oya Hybrid Power Station. Imagine a power station that doesn't rely on just one energy source, but blends solar, wind, and battery storage into a seamless system. That's exactly what the Oya Hybrid Power Station in Breede Valley, Western Cape, aims to achieve. Construction started last year. This project is scheduled to begin operations by mid-2026. Ordering this public minder, Oya will deliver 155 megawatts from solar panels, 86 megawatts from wind turbines, and, crucially, will include a battery storage system capable of outputting 92 megawatts and storing 242 megawatt-hours of electricity. Why is the battery storage so important? Because solar and wind are intermittent. They only generate power when the sun shines or the wind blows. Batteries store surplus energy produced during peak periods and release it when demand is high or generation dips. This hybrid approach is a game changer. It ensures a steady, reliable supply of electricity and reduces the risk of blackouts. Oya is more than just a power plant. It's a prototype for the smart, flexible energy systems South Africa needs to fully embrace renewables. By integrating multiple technologies, it shows a path forward where clean energy isn't limited by nature's unpredictability, but harnessed in the most efficient way possible. This project could inspire similar hybrid installations across the continent, positioning South Africa as a leader in innovative energy solutions. Now, let's head north to Mpumalanga, a province historically tied to coal mining, but increasingly embracing wind energy. Number 4. Seriti Wind Power Station. Mpumalanga has long been synonymous with coal, supplying most of South Africa's electricity through massive coal-fired plants. But change is on the horizon. The Seriti Wind Power Station, which began construction in early 2024, represents a major step towards diversifying the energy portfolio in this coal heartland. Set to become the country's largest grid-ready wind farm with a 155 megawatt capacity, the project has attracted an investment of approximately $234 million. It's expected to be fully operational by the final quarter of 2025. This wind farm symbolizes Mpumalanga's transition. By tapping into the region's wind potential, Seriti helps reduce greenhouse gas emissions and supports South Africa's climate goals. More than that, it promises economic opportunities for rural communities through job creation during construction and operation. Seriti is proof that renewable energy and traditional industries can coexist during the transition period, a balance South Africa needs to maintain for a just and equitable energy future. Number 5. Castle Wind Farm. Since mid-2023, the Castle Wind Farm has been steadily rising in the Northern Cape. This 89-megawatt project features 6 turbines, each rated at 16 megawatts. What's particularly noteworthy is that it is owned by Sibanye-Stillwater, a major mining company, illustrating how private industry is getting involved in the green energy transition. The Northern Cape's weather conditions are perfect for renewables. Abundant sunshine and steady winds create one of the best energy generation environments in South Africa. Castle Wind Farm is expected to begin producing electricity by the end of 2025. This project highlights an important shift. The private sector is not only investing in clean energy, but also actively participating in shaping South Africa's energy future. Their involvement brings in capital, expertise, and a fresh sense of urgency. Number 6. Groot Spruit Solar Power Station. Groot Spruit is a shining example of solar energy's potential in South Africa. This 75-megawatt photovoltaic solar power station is a joint venture between ENGIE, a global energy powerhouse, and Pele Green, a South African renewable energy developer. Construction began in the latter half of 2024, and it's expected to be commissioned by the end of 2025. With an investment of about 1.4 billion rand, roughly $76 million, this project taps directly into the Free State's abundant sunshine. Solar power is rapidly growing worldwide, and South Africa's geographic location makes it a prime candidate for solar energy expansion. Projects like Groot Spruit not only contribute to the national energy mix, but also reduce dependence on coal-fired plants, which have long been the backbone of South Africa's power supply, but are major contributors to pollution. With solar's cost dropping and efficiency improving every year, Groot Spruit represents a crucial step in South Africa's clean energy journey. Number 7. Wolf Wind Farm. The Wolf Wind Farm, which kicked off in 2024, features 17 turbines with a combined capacity of 85 megawatts. Expected to be completed by the end of the same year, it will produce around 360 gigawatt-hours of energy annually. To put this in context, that amount of power is enough to supply tens of thousands of South African households for a full year, making a meaningful contribution to reducing carbon emissions and stabilizing the grid. The Wolf Project reinforces the Eastern Cape's reputation as a key hub for green energy and job creation, especially in rural areas where economic opportunities can be limited. Number 8. V&A Waterfront Expansion. Cape Town's Victoria and Alfred, V&A, waterfront is already one of the country's most beloved destinations, known for its blend of natural beauty, shopping, dining, and entertainment. But the waterfront is about to get a monumental makeover. Starting in 2025, a 20 billion rand, around $1.1 billion, phased expansion is planned, which will unfold over the next 15 to 20 years. This isn't just a facelift. The project will add about 440,000 square meters of mixed-use development, meaning it will combine commercial spaces, residential units, and recreational facilities. The vision is to create a smart city within the waterfront, incorporating green technology, energy efficiency, and modern urban planning. Why does this matter? Waterfronts globally are transforming into lively hubs that attract residents, businesses, and tourists. For Cape Town, this expansion means thousands of new jobs during construction and operation, increased tourism revenue, and a boost to the local economy. It will also set a new benchmark for sustainable urban development in South Africa, integrating green spaces and smart infrastructure that reduces environmental impact. The V&A expansion is a statement that Cape Town isn't just resting on its laurels. It's investing in a future where urban living is more dynamic, sustainable, and economically vibrant. Number 9. Olympus Sandton. Moving to Johannesburg, South Africa's financial capital, the Sandton district is undergoing its own transformation. Olympus Sandton is a R2 billion yuan luxury mixed-use development project, redefining urban living in the area. It features twin towers that will house around 400 upscale apartments, alongside office and retail spaces. Sandton is already South Africa's premier business hub, often referred to as the richest square mile in Africa. Olympus Sandton aims to raise the bar further by offering a live-work-play environment that reduces the daily commute for residents and workers alike. This integration supports sustainability by cutting down traffic congestion and carbon emissions. The project attracts both local and international investors, signaling confidence in Johannesburg's economic future. By mixing residential and commercial spaces, Olympus fosters a connected community where people can live close to their workplaces, enjoy retail and leisure amenities, and contribute to a vibrant urban culture. This development exemplifies how South African cities are evolving to meet the needs of modern, dynamic populations, blending luxury, convenience, and sustainability. Number 11. Strategic Infrastructure Program. The final piece of this mega project puzzle is South Africa's Strategic Infrastructure Program, which brings together numerous critical projects under one coordinated plan. As of June 2025, Infrastructure South Africa highlighted 12 catalytic projects essential to national progress. These projects span a range of sectors, from education and healthcare facility upgrades to energy and transport infrastructure. Notably, the plan includes the development of LNG, liquefied natural gas, terminals at Ninkura and Richards Bay, which are key to diversifying South Africa's energy sources and reducing dependence on coal. Another cornerstone is Project Ukuvuselela, an ambitious plan to upgrade high-capacity rail systems to improve freight and passenger transport efficiency. This is vital for boosting trade and linking economic hubs. Water security is addressed through projects like the Amatola Bulk Water Initiative, ensuring reliable water supplies to support growing urban populations and industries. Special economic zones in Kamazi and Namakwa are designed to attract investment, stimulate industrial growth, and create jobs, especially in historically underdeveloped areas. Infrastructure upgrades also include Durban Pier 1, container terminal enhancements, strengthening South Africa's port capacity to handle increasing trade volumes. Eskom's Tubatsi pumped storage facility will add valuable grid stability by storing energy for peak demand periods. Wastewater treatment expansions in Roywal will improve water quality and public health. Finally, the Mossel Bay gas-to-liquids refinery will enhance domestic fuel production capabilities, reducing the country's reliance on imported fuels. Together, these catalytic projects form a comprehensive strategy to modernize South Africa's infrastructure, stimulate economic growth, and improve quality of life for millions. South Africa's megaprojects paint a clear picture of a country gearing up for lasting change. From renewable energy breakthroughs to vibrant urban hubs and heavy industry innovation, these initiatives will fuel economic growth, create opportunities, and drive sustainability. Watching these projects unfold means witnessing Africa's future in action. What project excites you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If found this video insightful, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe for regular updates on Africa's biggest development stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.